YouTube. What's the fucking word, YouTube? It's your fucking boy. Yo, the best that ever did it. True winner, 6 p.m. Back with some more college basketball. Let's, right before we kick into it though, leave me a sub. We on the road to 100 subscribers. We almost there, y'all. Appreciate the love. Everybody been fucking with the kid. Keep on, keep on with the man, the love. We gonna show love right back. We went a little measly little. It was a rough little Monday for us, a little average Monday. We went about I think 9-7 on our 16 plays. We went 9-7, so still a positive day, but there's a lot of duds in the air. You could even see the NFL game was super boring. Let's go ahead and cook up this Tuesday slate because this is a beautiful one. Look at this scroll we got. What a fucking scroll we got, y'all. We got games. We got games galore. It's so much value on the board. So many teams that shouldn't be underdogs. Let's cook it up, though, man. Let's cook it up. Comment your top 3 picks of the day. Like I tell everybody, follow me on Action app to catch my top plays every day. If you don't know my name on Action, it's the same as my YouTube. Look in the description below. Get your blunts, get your thing, whatever you smoking, whatever you drinking. Let's kick it up. Let's kick back and let's go to Parlay World. Let's go turn up. Iona, first game on the board for us. We're taking Iona big time. I love this spread for them. It's right on where it should be. I think they cover the spread easily. 4-point spread. This is going to get bought up to 6 before tip off. Let's get that early. LIU versus Air Force. We going with the Sharks. The Sharks. Shout out to the college experience, man. The Sharks. Shout out to them boys. The LIU Sharks gonna take that one outright against Air Force. Air Force is terrible. Me, you, and about 3 other people could go. You know what I mean? Like if me and you teamed up with like 3 dishwashers from Olive Garden or some shit, we could beat Air Force. You know what I mean? That's how bad Air Force is. Let's go ahead with LIU in that one. Let's go Sharks. Taking them boys. Next up, money line. UMBC. I'm loving this play for Baltimore against a Morgan State team who has done absolutely nothing impressive so far. They've beat on a Division II school, lost to Georgetown 70-87. UMBC is not no slouches. They just almost, you know what I mean, really beat Dayton. You know what I mean? They really just hung in there with Dayton, almost got the outright win. That's 25-point underdogs. Give me my boys UMBC to keep the damn momentum rolling into this one on the road. Wake Forest, Michigan. Michigan's laying 16. This is a little bit of a tricky game. Wake Forest might be able to backdoor them. Yeah, but against the spread on the road so far, Wake Forest 0-2 against the spread. Until they win a game or cover the spread on the road, I mean, we're not going to, you know what I mean? We can't just trust them. On the road, they have yet to have a road game, Wake Forest, but this is their first true road game against a powerhouse in Michigan. I'm laying the spread with Michigan. They're already covered the spread at home. Against Oakland, laid the hammer down. Give me Michigan, man. Those boys got a roster. They are deep. They're number 6 in the world for a reason. Give me the big spread. Navy getting 13 at Penn State. Penn State's coming in this one home favorites, and I'm just taking Navy. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not even a fan of Penn State basketball or Oregon basketball or Georgia Tech basketball or Auburn basketball. I'm not a fan of any of those. We're automatically going the other way. I'm not betting this at all, but if I had to pick a side, I would pick Navy. And I hate Navy as well. Them boys, sorry. That's a stay away type of game. App State at Ohio State, though. And Ohio State's, they got a little offense on them, but they got no defense at all. And that's the problem in this game. I think App State can score 65 plus. You know what I mean? App State can get into the 60s. Last meeting we seen between these two was 67-80. Ohio State's coming in this one. Last game they played, IPFW won by 26, 94-68. I think they might be able to do it, but I'm not trusting Ohio State to cover any spreads. Like, give me App State plus the points. If you're not beating Iwapui comfortably, I'm not backing. I'm not backing you. You know what I mean? Give me App State to cover that spread. Lipscomb, UNC Asheville, aka UNC Cashville, they gonna cash us out just like they gonna do right here again. Lipscomb is not the same as they've been in the last 4 or 5 years, man. We know Lipscomb is good. When they really fucking how they've been playing for the last 3 or 4 years, Lipscomb is good, dude. They could hang, but not this year, bro. This is a different Lipscomb. Last meeting between these two, Lipscomb did win the game outright because they were good in the last prior years, bro. But UNC Asheville put up 90 against Georgia Southern, almost took it out, right? You know what I mean? On the road, tough road atmosphere. I tagged Georgia Southern in that one, but I didn't expect UNC Asheville to damn near win that game outright, man. Georgia Southern definitely almost lost that. And Lipscomb has shit the bed 2 times in a row. I'm not trusting them after getting damn near 20 piece by Mercer, the Mercer Bears. And then you definitely got 44 piece by Vanderbilt. I can't trust Lipscomb in that one. Give me UNC Cashville. I love it. Keep sleeping on UNC Cashville. LaSalle at Temple. LaSalle's coming off a good cash for us last game. Temple also cash for us their first game of the year. In this one, I'm leaning Temple. It's just a better program, better roster, better defense. Give me the damn Temple Owls to take that one on the money line. Duke, hammer time against Army. They're finna hammer them boys down by 40. Give me Duke. Take the first half spread. I got that on the first half sheet. Give me Duke first half spread, ladder play, and full game spread. Florida A&M, UCF. UCF's laying 24 for good reason. Florida A&M's terrible. 0-run on the road this year on the covering until they cover a game. And you could say the same thing about UCF. They've been underwhelming. 1-1 at home. Never covered a spread yet either for UCF. That's why it's not such a 5-star lock or nothing like that. It's not no lock, but give me UCF. I'll lay the spread. I feel pretty comfortable against a FAMU team. Give me UCF. I think they get a feel-good win. Dayton at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's going to win this game outright. They're laying 7 for a good reason. Dayton almost lost to, like I told y'all earlier, Dayton almost lost outright to UMBC. Stop playing with them. Dayton's going on the road in a tough environment in Cincy. Give me Cincy at home, man. I love it. That's a smash spot. They might win that game by 12 to 13 points. It's a good ladder play for plus money. Let's keep it rolling. Central Connecticut, Boston College. And we know Boston College is a super mid team, super mediocre. But against a Central Connecticut State team that's playing like this, look who they just got blew out by. Quinnipiac by 22 points. I'm definitely knowing Boston College could do that. Same 22 points. They're going to win by the game by 30. 80-something to 50-something. Give me 85, 86, 83. Yeah, let me give me 82. 82 to 57, man. Give me 82-57 final. Boston College is going to blow these boys the fuck down. I love that play. That's almost a 5-star. We got that at a 4-star play. Morehead State, Clemson. Morehead State did cover the game. I think they beat them outright in the postseason. They eliminated Clemson out of the March Madness a couple years ago with that good Clemson team. But this is a different Clemson team. Clemson's looking sharp in their last game against, Weber State. Not Weber State, Gardner Webb. Gardner Webb allowed these boys to have only 4 double-digit points scores, but we almost have 5 in there with, Justin Porter. But they got a dog in Noah, Nick Davison, R.J. Godfrey. You got Carter Welling. They got some players, dude, that could put up 20, 15 points minimum, 20 points on a good night. They got about 4 or 5 of those guys who can give you 15 or 20. I like Clemson to cover this one, but it's a 4-star play. I think Moorhead might be able to get the backdoor sneak, but you losing to Wake Forest by 16, Moorhead, that ain't really fit for telling me that you could hang for 40 minutes against Clemson. Clemson's sharp. Them boys are sharp at home. I'll lay it with Clemson, but not running to the window. Stonehill at Rhode Island. Rhode Island's laying 14 at home. And you know what the fuck we do when we see Rhode Island after that shit show that they put on. We taking Stonehill in this one. Stonehill's actually not bad. They're bad, don't get me wrong. Nonetheless, they're a bad team, yes, but they're a good bad team. You know what I mean? Like one of those teams that hang around, stick around, is pesky. They covered against DePaul in a real genuine cover. Like they were really competitive against DePaul. You know what I mean? DePaul just blew somebody out by 30 game one, and they were getting 30 points damn near at DePaul too. Covered the spread. Well, they damn near lost the game, I think, by only 7 or 8 points. I think they could cover this against University of Rhode Island. Rhode Island is not that fucking good, man. Pump the brakes on these dudes. They're sloppy. They don't make layups. They turn the ball over. Give me Stonehill to cover that spread. Unpopular opinion. They got a shot to win that outright, too. I wouldn't be surprised if Stonehill won that outright. Winthrop at Coastal Carolina, and we know where we're going here in the over. The over is the best play in this game. Over the total, we got this one on the damn chalkboard at an edge of 20 points. Last total in between these two matchups, between these two teams, the last total we seen was 185. It went over the total by 44 points. Granted, it wasn't the same total as what we see today as 163, but it was still, we got 20 points, damn near wiggle room projected wise. You know what I mean? Like, give me that all day. It's a very high scoring matchup between these two. Winthrop runs one of the fastest rates in the country. Alcorn, and in the money line spot, I'm taking Winthrop. I'm riding with Winthrop. We faded Coastal Carolina the game one of the season. Faded us true. I'm going against Coastal Carolina. Again, Alcorn State, Maryland. Maryland's covering that 30-point spread. 5-star play. Alcorn State's a shit show. They're not going to hang with them boys for even 20 minutes. You know what I mean? We got Maryland also on the first half sheet. Take Maryland spread first half and full game ladder plays, same as Duke. Florida State at Florida. Florida's going to beat these boys by at least 16. I would buy it down a little bit more if you could get this game at a 13.5, 12.5. That's lovely. That's right where we got the number at, 13. But I would, it can get ugly. It can get blown out of proportion. But I'm loving the under in this game, man. The total set at 180, and we seen these two teams face off last year with Walter Clayton, Elijah Martin, Condon, the whole that national championship powered team. You know what I mean? With Florida State last year. Yes, Florida State's a little bit better than last year. Yes, they are. But 180 to open the game, like, nah, bro. Give me the under. I'm smashing the spot. If they go over, they go over. If this is 100 to 80 something, if this is 100 to 90 something, I'll shut up. I'm not folding for that, bro. The total was under this fucking spread last year by 14 points. Not this same total, a little bit less than 179, but they went under last year's total by 14 points. And what was they at? Yeah, they not really finna go under this total. They was at like fucking 167, 165 or some shit. They're getting in the 160s now. Don't get me wrong now. They're going to get in the 160s. But not the 180s. Come on now. That's way too high for a Florida State team. They're going off Florida State putting up 100 in their 2 first games against scrubs. Florida State's not going to give 100 points to Florida's defense. It's not going to happen. Give me the under in that one. Unpopular opinion. Radford at UNC, and this is a blowout waiting to happen. UNC's not laying enough. They're a 21 point favorite. This will jump up to 25, 26 by tip off. Get it early. Let's get it in. UNC rolling, boys. Toledo at Wright State. We're taking Wright State on the money line. William and Mary, we're taking the over. Last year, this game went over by 22 points for last year's total. We got a lot of wiggle room for an over. Very high scoring teams. Give me William and Mary and Richmond. Over the total is the strongest play. If I had to pick a side in that one, I would lean with Richmond money line, William and Mary to cover. Pennsylvania at Providence, and I'm not taking either one of these teams against the spread at home. Providence is 0-1. They didn't cover against Holy Cross. I don't think they cover against Penn. But I tried to take Penn last game against American. I think they didn't win a game. So Penn is bad. But if you're not beating Holy Cross by 20, you're not. I'll take Penn. I'll have the points in my back pocket. I'm not betting it, though. Chicago State at Butler. Chicago State, we know how bad them boys are. Shout out to the Rack. You know how I know my teams like the back of my hands. All Illinois teams. I know how these boys play, man. Illinois State, SIU, Edwardsville, Eastern Illinois, Chicago State, Northwest. Like, I know how all of my teams play. Illinois, the Bears, the Bulls, the Blackhawks, the White Sox, the Cubs. Like, I'm telling you, Chicago State's finna lose this game by 50. Damn near, it might be like 100. It might be 100 to 30. No, I'm just playing. No, let me stop playing. But for real, though, it's going to be one of them very, very, very ugly games. Give me Butler, lay the big hammer. Sacred Heart at Villanova. Villanova's laying 20 at home against Sacred Heart. I love the over in that one. Two high-scoring teams. Well, I mean, Villanova's not really that high-scoring. Their pace is slower, I must admit. So I don't love the over in this one. But Sacred Heart could run. Sacred Heart usually runs. I feel like Villanova might push this under the total just a little bit in a kind of a blowout 18 to 19 point win. I think Sacred Heart covers just barely, and we go under the total. Mount St. Mary's money line against SFPA. That's a lock. We taking Mount St. Mary's. Both teams 0-2, but Mount St. Mary's is the better team. Davidson on the road at Charlotte, and I like what I've seen from Charlotte so far. They got some good transfers. I like that. I like what Charlotte's doing as a program in basketball, man. Them boys are getting feisty. But I'm going with Davidson in this one. Davidson blew out Washington State. And I'm talking about blew out. It was no fluke. Davidson followed it up with another solid win. Just not letting off the gas. It's just their offense is very, very potent. And I like what I'm seeing on their defense. Because you see Washington State bounce back today. So that Washington State win's kind of aging well. If Washington State could keep on getting blowout wins like they did today. Give me Davidson in a close one, but I'm taking Davidson against a Charlotte team who's still finding their identity for real, for real. Drexel at Colgate. Drexel, I think they beat the shit out of Colgate last year or the year before last. Colgate coming in this one at home, though. And I'm still going with Drexel. I ain't going to even hold you. Colgate has some tough losses, though. You could kind of be controversial. This is a stay-away game for me, but I'm leaning Drexel on that one. Bucknell at Princeton. Princeton's coming off a thrall-up at Akron. A good team coming off a big loss like that. I'm looking for the first home game to be crucial. Give me Princeton in a big-time hammer spot. They're only laying 5 points against Bucknell, who's over-exceeded expectations the first two games. Bucknell covered the spread really nicely against a decent team who they played. Yeah, the Mount St. Mary's game, they beat them boys really, really, like, decisively. You know what I mean? I'm okay, Bucknell, damn. And then they beat up on Delaware. Delaware is so fucking mid. Boy, Delaware is really bad. One of the worst in the country, Delaware is. Princeton's going to bounce back in this one. I like Princeton off of an ugly loss to bounce back at home in the season opener. Give me Princeton big time. Laying a short spread is so beautiful. That's a lock. That shit is a lock. I ain't gonna lie. I'm loving that more and more. I talk about it. Everybody's gonna be on Bucknell because Bucknell had 2 impressive wins. I get it. Give me Princeton, man. Bounce back spot. Just like Boise State did that ugly ass Division II loss. And then the next game they hammered them boys. I'm looking Princeton in the same type of spotlight right now. Jacksonville's against High Point, and we going with High Point to lay the spread. At home, High Point's blowing out Furmans of the world, blowing out good teams. Jacksonville is not even better than Furman. Give me High Point to win that game by 20. I like High Point a lot. We're high on that team. They're going to be a tournament team. Take High Point to win their conference if you haven't already. They're going to win that conference or not. They might finish second, but I'm definitely sprinkling that. NJIT on the road at Loyola, Maryland, and we're going with NJIT +7. Northwestern State +5.5 at University of North Alabama, and Northwestern is 0-2, but I know they're the better team. Absolutely, it's controversial. Don't get me wrong. UNA might have a little bit more better offense, but Northwestern State's defense is the better side here. Give me the better side in defense in a coin flip game. Give me Northwestern State. Controversial pick. Let me know who y'all got in that North Alabama game. Georgia Southern at Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast is laying 1 for no reason. Give me Georgia Southern. Wagner at Fordham. Give me Wagner plus the 9.5. And I love the fucking where's the Wagner angle? Yeah, the Wagner angle. Fordham, we faded them boys first game of the year with NJIT. Fordham was laying another like 7.5, 8-point spread. They're not beating teams by 8 or 9. If Fordham does win this game, it's going to be by 3, 2, maybe 6 at the most. Give me Wagner plus the points. That's a fucking lock. Wagner is not that bad. They are bad, but they're not that bad in the Fordham's realm. You know what I mean? Last meeting between these two was an overtime decision, and they almost could have beat Seton Hall. You know what I mean? Seton Hall is miles past Fordham, and Wagner hanging there, lost by 7. Give me Wagner in that one plus the 9. If Seton Hall is not beating Wagner by fucking 9.5, what makes you think? Come on, bro. Northeastern at Harvard, and Harvard is so fucking wishy-washy, so lucky, such a lucky team. They have a lot of luck. Harvard does. So sometimes it benefits them to just blindly pick Harvard. You know what I mean? With the luck that they have, you might make a little change on Harvard, just blindly betting them just because off the strength of the luck that they have. They were losing the game by 16 points at half to who was that weak ass team? New Hampshire, bro. University of New Hampshire was up 48-32 at halftime against Harvard, and Harvard came back and won by a little 8 or 9 points. So everybody's feeling Harvard. Harvard. Northeastern mid 2, and I told y'all I like taking Northeastern at home. But they did get a Colgate win on the road, 68-65. Barely lost to overtime game to Boston University at home. I like Northeastern in this spot, man. First half. Harvard starts off slow every fucking game in the first half. And I'm just going to capitalize. I'm going to have to capitalize when I can, man. Give me Northeastern first half against the spread. Alabama State at UAB. UAB's ready to lay down this hammer. They're going to win the game by 26, 27. Get that spread early because UAB will not be 18-point favorites by tomorrow. Get that spread early. UAB, big time. Notre Dame, big time against EIU. I know how EIU plays. They're not even ready for a Notre Dame team. like this. Notre Dame is looking good this year, y'all. Let's not forget what they just did this year. Beat the dog shit out of Detroit Mercy by 32, and LIU, the Sharks, by 22. And they're going to do the same thing to EIU. EIU's coming in this one. Last game against Valpo, they lost outright to Valpo. And then slightly beat Nickel State. Nickel State super fucking mad, though. Super bad. Give me Notre Dame in that one. I'll lay the big hammer on that one. I love it. EIU's not going to even be close. Give me Notre Dame first half, full game, ladder play. Yale. This is another smash spot for Yale. Yale blew these boys down last year. Yale always beats Quinnipiac. Quinnipiac's pretty good. Sometimes they, you know what I mean, in every certain other year, they be feisty, putting up 78 or more points every game. High-scoring team is Quinnipiac, but so is Yale. Yale is one of the upper echelons in the conference. They always love a Quinnipiac lunch. Give me Yale big time. I don't think this is enough points. They're gonna win the game by 14 plus. Wofford at Auburn. Auburn's laying 25. You know we're not touching Auburn with a 10-foot pole. But I do like Auburn to win the game by 25. I'm just not betting it. I'm not betting Auburn the rest of the season. I can't wait till they get in conference play so I could fade them. Auburn's miserable. Almost lost outright to Bethune-Cookman. Texas A&M Corpus Christi at Kansas. And Kansas laying 26 in this one. I'm taking the 26. Take Kansas first half, full game. Arkansas first half, full game against Central Arkansas. And now this is a 4-point play here. If we could get this bought down to 27, 26, it's 5-star play. 35, 36, 38. It's a little bit too much in a Central Arkansas versus Arkansas matchup. Yes, Central Arkansas is really that bad, though. They should be 35-point favorite, underdogs. You see what UNC did to them first game of the year, 40-point thrallop. I think Arkansas could do the same. So I don't mind the 34.5, but if you can get it at 28.5, 27.5, hammer time. Arkansas State at Missouri State, and I'm going with Missouri State and a home win in that one. Tulane at UL Lafayette. Lafayette's the 6-point underdogs at home. UL Lafayette has beaten Tulane in the last matchup, but that was a minute ago, about 4 or 5, 6 years ago. Tulane's a better team than them, especially this year. Give me Tulane on the money line. Murray State plus 12 underdogs on the road at SMU, and this is a game we love to over in. SMU in this game, last time these two teams met, they went over by 15 points for that game's total. Last total we had for these two teams was 157. So it is 7 points under what we see here today. But I think we get over the total of 164, man. SMU could put up at least 90 points. Murray State could get in the high 70s. I think they get into the 80s. Going to be 81, 80, 84 to 96. One of those type of games. Give me the over. I love the over. And I will take SMU to win the game outright. But I like Murray State to cover. Maryland Eastern Shore at Nebraska. Nebraska. They're going to blow them boys down by a fucking 40 point. I just really would buy this down, though, a little bit like how I said against this game up here with fucking Arkansas. Give me the same thing. Give me minus 29, 28.5, 27.5 with Nebraska. It's beautiful. Give me Nebraska the big time. And now we got action, baby. Kentucky at Louisville. When I say this is a smash spot, if I ever seen one, this is a fucking smash spot. If I've ever seen one, we hammering Kentucky in this spot. Kentucky has the higher ranked team in the world, number 9, versus Louisville, who's damn good themselves. Don't get me wrong. Louisville is a fucking animal. I love Louisville. I'm riding them. But this is where we jump off the Louisville train for just a second. When we talk about college basketball dominance for the last 30 years, who do we bring up? Duke, Houston, Bama, Kentucky, Illinois. Nah, let me stop. But you know what I'm talking about. Gonzaga's, like, for real though, UConn. You know who we bring up. We really don't bring up Louisville in that combo. And we're going to stick with that type of that attitude, man. This is a better program, better coach, better team. Give me the University of Kentucky to come in there and march out of there with a fucking W, okay? Give me the fucking Kentucky Wildcats plus the 5 on the money line and to win the game by 5. Ladder play. Let's run it up. Merrimack at Tarleton State. Tarleton State's laying 5 in this one for good reason. Give me Tarleton State at home. SFA is the underdog against Rice. And I love in the spot we got for SFA. Give me SFA in the underdog role. SFA is pretty good, bro. Do not sleep on SFA, man. Them fucking Lumberjacks is not no punks. Texas teams, they're both in Texas. In-state rival. Rice has their hands full. Rice is okay, too. I like Rice in certain spots. But not against them boys. Give me SFA, money line. And reverse spread. Take the alternate reverse spread in that one. I think SFA could win the game by 6.5. 6.5. SFA alternate spread. Buffalo, DePaul. DePaul's 19-point favorites. Give me DePaul to win the game by the spread, but I'm not betting it. Cal State Northridge at North Dakota State. Give me North Dakota State in that one, money line. Queens at Duquesne. Duquesne's going to win that game. I'll lay the spread, but I'm not loving it. I like the money line in that one. Oklahoma at home versus Arkansas Pine Bluff, laying 34. I don't think we have to touch it at all. It's going to be a 40-point win for Oklahoma. Lay it. Wyoming at Austin at home against Austin Peay, laying 6. Wyoming's coming off of a good little 90-point, 85-plus point showing. That's what we want to see from Wyoming, man. Especially in the non-con when you got a little bit less competition. Like, put up your little 85s, 90s. That's what you should be doing. That's good news for Wyoming fans. They usually are a lower scoring team. They've usually been bad for the last 5 years. They look good this year. Give me Wyoming at home. Texas Tech University at my Illinois. And JT Toppin, all them boys over there are still getting busy at Texas Tech. They have a fucking squad. I ain't even going to hold it. Texas Tech is a fucking dog, dude. But Illinois is a little bit deeper. My boys are a little bit deeper at home. You might be able to get away with Texas Tech first half money line, first half spread. Illinois kind of tends to, in these big games like this, they start off a little slow. They might make the first 2 or 3 shots. Illinois crowd goes wild. First shot made. We strike first. 4-0. And then Texas Tech gonna go on a little run. Watch. But we're not gonna lose the fucking game. That's a damn near a fairy tale story I just made up for that first half. But you see this spread is moving up as we speak. Give me Illinois in this one. I'm taking them boys on the outright money line. Ball State at Wisconsin, and it's a bad day to be a Ball State Cardinal. Wisconsin should lay these hammer down. 26-point spread. I like it a lot. I really do. And I'm not a Wisconsin fan at all. Fuck Green Bay. But I gotta call a spade a spade. I can't bet with my heart. I know Wisconsin's gonna blow them out by 25. If we could bring that down to 20 points, it's beautiful, but you don't got to touch that one either. UC Riverside getting 19.5 against New Mexico, and I'm laying it with New Mexico. New Mexico is a top 75, top 80 team in the world. or at least one top 125. I believe they're in the top 80, 90 though of the world. Give me University of New Mexico to beat the shit out of a like 275 and on ranked team in UC Riverside. UC Riverside's offense is like ranked 300th in the country, 312th. Give me University of New Mexico. They can't stay with them for 40 minutes. BYU laying 36.5, and that's the fucking beautiful play right here. Delaware is losing to fucking scrubs, y'all. They're losing to worst team, to high school teams. You know what I mean? So give me BYU. I'm laying a spread. We kind of took Holy Cross against BYU last game. I ain't gonna lie, we got burnt because I thought like 37 against a Holy Cross team who covered against Providence. You know what I mean? BYU shitted on them about 45 plus. I think they don't do this. They gonna do probably worse. They might win this game by 50. Holy Cross is beating Delaware, like, for sure. Give me the BYU boys to win by 40, 50 points. NAU at Arizona. Arizona's laying 35, and I do not love it. Give me NAU plus a 35. Arizona's going to win the game handily by 28, 29, but 35 is a bit much. Give me NAU plus a 34, but Arizona to still cover like a 27-point spread. UTRGV at Boise. Boise's coming off that Division II loss to start the year off, and then a hammer spot. We smashed it with Boise State in the last game. We knew they were going to have a feel-good win. Fire lit under their ass. UTRGV did look good in that first game against Baylor. Last game, we took them. Them boys won by like 20 points. Great win for UTRGV for us. And in this spot, I'm taking UTRGV plus the 17. Hampton at Virginia. It's a very bad day to be a Hampton Pirate. Give me the Virginia Cavaliers to blow them boys out by 30, maybe 40. It's going to be in the 80s, 52 to 86, one of those type of game. Damn near pushing 40. Memphis on the road at Ole Miss, and give me Memphis on the spread in this one. We got this game at really Memphis is supposed to be about 6-point underdogs in this one, so we're 4 points over where we should even be to start with. I think Memphis has a shot to win this outright. Give me Memphis on the money line and the spread. The spread's the better play though. Loyola Maryland, LMU on the road at UTEP. UTEP's coming off 2 Division II wins. They're not even. This is their first Division I game against LMU team who's hot at 3-0. Give me LMU in a smash spot, bro. Why is the spread so short? Give me LMU. That's a fucking 5-star play. Western Illinois at Cal State Bakersfield. Give me Western Illinois plus the points. I'm not betting it. It's an ugly game. I'll stay away. Creighton at Gonzaga. Give me Gonzaga, lay the spread. Gonzaga just shitted on Oklahoma. No problem. Damn near a 20-point thrallop. Creighton's not even. Creighton's a little bit better than Oklahoma for sure, but different team for Creighton. Not as dominant as all them guys we seen who got drafted to the NBA now. Creighton's still solid. They're still ranked. They're still solid. But I think Gonzaga's too much for them, bro. Gonzaga's too much for a lot of people. Creighton's one of them. Give me Gonzaga big time. UNLV minus the 9.5 at home against Montana Grizzlies. And we're taking UNLV in that one. After the first game, yeah, we were scared of UNLV. We were scared of a lot of Mountain West teams. They kind of had like a curse going that first game. But UNLV is real. Blew out Chattanooga. Put up 100 on them. UNLV could score for real. Montana's not scoring that much. They're not scoring into the 80s and shit like that. They might get 67, 68, 69, 73. UNLV's going to be in the 80s minimum. Give me UNLV. I'll lay the spread. Ohio State, regular Ohio Bobcats. They're mid as fuck this year. They usually be up in the top 1 or 2 or 3 in their conference. Not this year. They're one of the I'll say 3rd or 4th worst in the conference this year. Still like in the middle of the pack, but kind of on that bottom end. Against a St. Mary's team who's laying 18, give me the spread with St. Mary's. UC Santa Barbara versus Mikey Williams and Shakir O'Neal at Sac State. Sac State, They only played 2 Division II schools. They struggled a little bit with the last game in their Division II school. But nonetheless, it is a good little step in the right direction, man. Sac State's looking pretty good. But they still only got about 4 or 5 bucket. Not even 5. They ain't got about 3 bucket getters for sure. Mikey Williams, another guy they got on their team, and then Shaquille O'Neal is probably that 3rd or 4th option. Other than that, they have no bench depth. Give me UC Santa Barbara on the money line. I like this game to be competitive, though. Sacramento State can keep this competitive, but give me UC Santa Barbara to win the game. Sacramento State to cover. Now we're on that's the last game we got on the board. Let's cook up some parlays for the chat. Let's get out of here with some wins. Beautiful, beautiful slate. I love this scroll. The books cannot get all these games right. This is why we love college basketball. Now we're going to cook up the early slate real quick. We're taking Iona, UMBC, UNC Asheville, and SFA on the money line. All money line plays or spread plays if you want to. Whatever's you floats your boat. I'm just giving you the teams that I'm parlaying. It's however you want to bet it. If you want to take the money line or the spread. Iona, UMBC, UNC Asheville, SFA, 4-leg. We're going to continue on with the big hammer guys. Duke, -30. Maryland, -30. And Notre Dame, -25. 3-leg. Oklahoma, BYU, Nebraska, Arkansas on a 4-star play with 4 legs. Oklahoma, BYU, Nebraska, Arkansas, all against the spread. Kansas, Butler, Clemson. Clemson is the one I would be weary about. Bump that spread down for sure with Clemson. But I think Clemson's pretty sharp, so that's one of them tickets right here. Kansas, Butler, Clemson, 30 points, 26. I think we should drop them all down to 26 or 25. 3-leg bomb. UNC, UAB in Virginia, another 3-leg bomb that I love. UNC, UAB in Virginia. Wisconsin, High Point, UCF, and Boston College all against the spread. Wisconsin, High Point, UCF, Boston College all against the spread. Now we got a little bit more risky, frisky, and money plays right here. These are some big money plays. Illinois money line, UNLV against the spread, LMU against the spread, and Davidson against the spread, or money line Davidson. Iona, like I said in the first one. Now we're going to put Iona with Butler, BYU, and Duke. Another bomb play. Kentucky, money line. Cincinnati, money line. Princeton, money line, or against the spread for all of them. 3-leg bomb. Notre Dame. Them boys, them fighting Irish. Mate. Notre Dame going into this one, in this parlay, with Maryland, BYU, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. Another little 4-star play I like. UNC, Illinois, Virginia, Butler, and Yale all against the spread is the last parlay on the board. Like I said, some overs and unders we like. Over on a William & Mary game. Over on Winthrop. Over on UAB's game. Over on SMU. And over on the Louisville, Kentucky game. Especially the first half. Over for Kentucky. Over 80 points. It's going to cash. Unders we like. Dayton, Cincinnati, take the under. Florida State, take the under. St. Francis, Pennsylvania, take the under. Drexel, Colgate, take the under. Let's cook it up, man. I fuck with y'all, man. Keep subscribing. We're going to keep cooking up this magic. Let's be very profitable. We're going to tell y'all the results and shit. Follow me so you don't miss none of my parlays, my best plays of the board. If you stay to the end, you're a real one. Love y'all. I'll see y'all next tomorrow.